So when you're dealing with a survivor, following the intake form, and I'm going to go through all these official, the order of what you'll kind of do things with, but it's called a waiver of medical privilege and authorization for release of medical and legal information for survivors of sexual assault. I know that sounds like a really scary title. This comes from one of our International Association of Forensic Nurses resources. This is really just kind of puts it very plainly in writing what the survivor is choosing to do. So regardless of whether that survivor is reporting or not, because this is in our file, it doesn't go away, it doesn't go anywhere necessarily. Particularly at this point, you put the patient's name or survivor's name and the case number, and then you're going to have them initial the boxes that tells us their preference. So the first choice here is they're saying, I'm giving you permission to do this same exam. Okay. So here we're just going to have them initial this. The second box is saying, I'm going to allow you, whether I choose to report or not, I'm going to give you permission to send my sexual assault kit to the TBI for testing. So that's what that section is for. So you would have them initial that. So in the majority of cases, you're going to have them initial these first two sections. The third section, this is saying, I'm choosing to report, okay? That's what you will choose. That's what they will initial if they're going to report and get law enforcement involved. So this is allowing us to send all of the evidence that we find to the respective law enforcement agency. It allows us to send everything to the respective law enforcement agencies. It allows us to make copies of this medical record, copies of the photographs, whatever we need to do to send to get this case going forth. So should your survivor want to pursue prosecution, this third section is what you will make sure they initial. Okay. The fourth section is if they're choosing not to report at this time. So this is saying it's really for them to have this. It's saying, I don't want to release any of my information. And notice here it says release my file or give a report. So this is not saying anything about the sexual assault kit. It also provides for them this time frame that if they should change their mind and want to report, that their evidence is going to be stored for at least 12 months, but not greater than 18. So they kind of have in their mind, as they're processing what's happened and what's gone on with them, that they have this time frame to change their mind. But this will have it in writing for us that we knew exactly what their decision was, their preference was at the time that we did this exam for them. This last part, and I only have to put it in smaller font to get it all on one page, is just saying they realize that we as SANES are just doing a SANE exam, that we are not providing medical treatment beyond that, that everything we're doing is pertaining to this exam. And then you will need to, after you have them sign and date it, and I'm going to change this and put signature, as in a witness signature on this last part. I just realized that's not very clear. Then you need to make a copy of this for them and hand it to them when they leave, so that they will have that and be reminded that they do have an option of changing their mind.